Ladies and mostly gentlemen, today we're going to finally take a look at some of the brand new gnome customizations which are coming to the game in the Shadowlands pre-patch. But before we get into all of that, I just want to thank the sponsor of this video, and that is my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/MrGM. If you want to check me out streaming the Shadowlands alpha every single day, I'm over on twitch.tv/MrGM. Right, so much like some of the other races, we did take a very early look at this towards the start of alpha, and we weren't really sure how all this kind of matches together and how it all works together. So finally, we've just had a build, and it looks like they finally fixed the gnomes. Now, they did add the gnome stuff a while ago, but finally they've kind of put it all together and actually made it work. It's been broken for the longest time on the alpha. So let's just jump straight into it and take a look at the male gnomes. So much like all the other races, unfortunately, there is no new faces for the gnomes. But there is a ton of brand new options, including a couple of brand new skin colors, as you can see right here. All look pretty great. I think there's 3 to be exact. So yeah, there are the 3 brand new skin colors for the gnomes, which, yeah, are pretty fantastic. So for hairstyles for the male gnomes, Blizzard have kind of gone a little bit crazy. They've taken the rulebook that they had for gnomes and just completely thrown it out the window. So yeah, there are 3 brand new options for the gnomes, and this is the first one right here. This is called Mayhem. Yep, Mayhem. This one is absolutely insane. Look how huge this is. It almost hits the name bar at the top there. So this is Mayhem. Pretty ridiculous, obviously available in all of the colors. The one thing I have a little bit of a problem with some of these hairstyles is the texture looks a little bit low res. Don't know if that's something they're planning on up-resing at some point, but as of right now, this is the texture that's available. So yeah, this is Mayhem, which is the first one. The second one is called Hedgehog, which I think is a pretty great look. Actually kind of reminds me of like Loki in the MCU, I think, kind of with the 5 head there slicked back into obviously some spikes at the back to make him look pretty cool, like a hedgehog, obviously by the name there. The final one is Parted. Yeah, Parted. I think this one's pretty cool. Actually, looks like a hairstyle that I would probably want. Nice details. You can see the kind of flicks of hair coming out the back there, which looks really good. As I said before, the one small issue I have with some of these hairstyles is the texture. It's just a little bit low res, honestly, but I think overall these 3 styles are pretty great, pretty unique, and very different for ones that we've had before. And speaking of super unique and different, yeah, so for hair colors, there are a lot more. So let's take a look at some of these. We have this one here, which is like an luminous green, which is pretty nuts. You've got like a golden hair color as well. You've got red. Yep, just straight up, just red. That is so cool. Purpley blue. Yeah, man, they've gone real luminous with these. It's so awesome to see. Bright orange. That one just hurts your eyes. And then purple. Yeah, full-on purple hair color for the gnomes. They are some really cool and bright, unique colors for the gnomes. Obviously, previous ones were a little bit dull. Some of them were not too bad. But some of these, yeah, super bright, super colorful, super unique. And yeah, trying to get maybe more people to play gnomes potentially for purple hair. I think that's pretty cool. So for beards, mustaches, and eyebrows, they have split all of these up. They were previously linked together just through the facial hair option. So this is a brand new kind of split up of all these features, which is really cool. There is a few new options for beards. Now, obviously, the old options are still here, just without the mustaches. As you can see, you kind of just have like sideburns, but this previously was linked up with a different mustache, which is kind of cool, actually. So you can have just like a kind of crazy, you know, non-mustache version of this facial hair, but there are some new ones, as I said. The first one being pointed, which is this one right here. Pretty cool. Kind of pointed on the sides there, as you can see. Looks a little bit better with a bald hairstyle, just to kind of have a look at the real look of it there, and it's, yeah, pretty nuts. And as I said, you can pair this with a different mustache as well. And then you've got Garden. So yeah, Garden Gnome, obviously inspired by Garden Gnomes, funnily enough. Yeah, so that's pretty wild. Sticks all the way out there at the front, and is a very cool look. Has a little bit of kind of, because it's so long, it kind of goes a little bit nuts when you're doing casting and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. But yeah, so Garden and Pointed are your 2 brand new beard styles for the gnomes. Now, as I said before, with the mustaches, there is a few mustaches that were just previously exactly the same, that were linked to different facial hairs. This one is actually an old one. I didn't realize. I actually had to kind of really study the old model to make sure it wasn't a new one. But yeah, this is actually one that wasn't previously there. But seeing them kind of off of the beards is pretty cool. This, I believe, is a new one called Bushy. You've got Handlebar, which obviously we've had before. Styled, which I think, again, is an old one. You've got Split, which is obviously an old one. This, yeah, we've got Full. Yeah, full, like a full-on, yep, over the mouth. Kind of looks a bit terrible from the side, but pretty cool from the front. Then you've got Tuskar. Yep, full on, just walrus, mustache there. Dandy, which is awesome. I think this is obviously ripped from the Colterans and the New Humans. And, of course, Shocked, which is a ridiculously long kind of, what is it, Dr. Eggman from Sonic mustache. Pair that up with Garden Gnome beard. Yeah, it gets pretty wild. So another option is eyebrows. There are actually 9 different choices of eyebrows for the gnomes. You can obviously have none. You can have straight. You can have low. You can have raised, wide, small, high, steep. Yeah, these are getting pretty nuts. And bushy. Yeah, look at the state of that. Oh man. Oh man, the gnomes, they are getting some features. They really are. For eye color, there is 13 options to choose from. Unfortunately, no blind option, weirdly enough. Not sure if that's something they want to add in a little bit later. But as of right now, kind of standard eye colors, which you can mix and match with like the hair color, which is kind of cool. Some of them are a little bit off center. As you can see, this green one here is a little bit kind of broken. That's obviously just a teething problem of alpha. So yeah, some really good options for the male gnome, kind of nuts and kind of out there. So yeah, let's take a look at the female gnome now. So the female gnomes do have some really cool options, which is nice to see. Unfortunately, no new faces, but for skin color, obviously using those brand new skin colors, which were also used on the male, which I really like. I think that's really cool. 3 additional new skin colors there for the female gnome. For hairstyles, there is some new ones. So they did actually add this one originally at I think the first build of Alpha. This is actually one of the older ones that was in the game and just unused. And it's called Flipped, and yeah, it's okay. You've got Donut Bun, which is a big old donut bun at the back of the hair there. Now with the females, it wasn't as spectacular as some of the male ones, but I think, you know, it's still good to have a lot more options. There is a few options for sure. Obviously bald being one of them. I do have a full overview of all the bald options as well. So you have your bald female gnome. You have Bedhead. I was mistaken. They did go crazy. Bedhead. Yep, I don't know what bed they're jumping out of, but that is certainly a hairstyle. Was it Buffon or something like that? That is huge. This looks like a female version of that Mayhem hairstyle, and it is rather big. That's pretty cool. Next one is Curls, which is really cool. Kind of a naturally curly hairstyle here. Really like the details on this one actually at the back. Kind of similar to the Hedgehog style of the male, but obviously the female version. Nice and long. Looks pretty great actually. And the final one is Chibi. Chibi. I don't know if this is a reference to someone. If that is a reference to something, do let me know. Obviously, this just looks like a larger version of the pigtail one that we've had forever for the VR gnomes, but you know, it's a good look nonetheless. For hair colors, there are all of those brand new luminous options that were available for the males, for the females. So you have all of the cool ones like red and kind of purpley blue and bright orange. Wow, this one still hurts. Purple as well. Yeah, all those great new bright colors are also available for the female, which is fantastic to see. Along with all of the eye colors as well. Yeah, still no blind option unfortunately, but all of the same eye colors which were available for the men are available for the women as well, which is good. And finally, earrings. There are 15 different options for earrings, and not only 15 options, there are colors for all of these earrings. So you have hoops, you have rings, which again come in all different colors, kind of the similar shades as the Mecha Gnome, funnily enough. So like gold and silver and rusty and all that kind of stuff, which is really cool. Kind of standard earrings to begin with, kind of hoops and stuff like that, kind of just tons, just everywhere all over the ear and stuff, which is cool. Then it gets into like kind of studs, which is awesome, all different colors as well. Really, really nice. I love that. I love that red one right there. I think that looks awesome. And then you've got crystals, again, in all different colors. Like that blue one, so unique, so awesome. And you can mix and match that with, like, I don't know, the bright blue hair or something like that. I don't know. There's some really, really cool options available for the female gnomes. And yeah, just as I said, just different types of earrings, all available for the gnomes, which is awesome. Different gems, different gears. Yeah, the gears have several different colors as well. Sprockets as well, all available in 5 different colors each, which I think is awesome. So the female gnomes definitely got a lot of love in the Shadowlands pre-patch, and it's going to be cool to see what people come up with those. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. That is all of the options for the gnomes coming to the game in the Shadowlands pre-patch. Let me know what you think down below. I did actually change my regular gnome to a mecha gnome in BFA, so I think I'm changing back. I think it's time to finally change back. There is some cool looking options for the gnomes. I'm super happy about it. Obviously, they're not the most popular race in World of Warcraft, but I'm happy to see that they have gone kind of nuts with it, given them the same amount of attention they've given to some of the more popular races as well. So that's really cool to see. I'm looking forward to seeing what people do with some of these new options. So before I go, guys, I'd like to give a massive shout out to my amazing patrons, YouTube channel members, and Twitch subs. You guys are awesome. If you'd like to support the channel in any of those ways, links are down below. So leave a like on this video, guys, if you liked it, and subscribe if you haven't. We've also got a partner Discord channel with over 3,000 members. And as I said, I am streaming the Shadowlands Alpha every single day. Over on there, exploring, leveling, doing everything in the Alpha, finding secrets, doing everything. Like, it's so much fun. We're having a real good time over on twitch.tv/MrGM. So if you want to check me out streaming, I'm just over there on twitch.tv/MrGM. And with that, guys, I'll see you next time.